with the cash on my blog. They are doing everything they can to close me down. And so finally I was told there's a code that you can type in to go to my blog and it'll pull up the latest stuff. My davidshurter.com / no cash. Just type that in. This didn't even start till I started exposing Gabe Hoffman and put down our entire conversation. Then last night, Johnny Dubb, aka Lucien Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, sent me an email. You can go read the email. Obviously, I just took screenshots and put it on my blog. But he defended. It's funny because Craig Sawyer, who's supposed to be this, oh, I'm this big child trafficker advocate, I'm trying to actually expose, is being protected and defended by the child traffickers. Craig Sawyer was involved. He and Russ Dizdar went all over national news, was on Fox News asking for donations because Isaac, they jumped on the thing that Isaac was trying to expose, that homeless camp on the border of Arizona that had child-sized shackles bolted to the trees. Isaac was trying to expose that. Suddenly, Craig Sawyer and Russ Dizdar went all over national television trying to, oh, we're exposing it. They took donations. That's what the whole thing was. But they said that their PayPal and what they wanted you to do was send them a check. And Craig Sawyer got mad at me because when he said that, I said, wait a minute. If you send them a check, they'll have your name, your address, your bank information, your signature, and if you lick the envelope, your DNA. Do you really want to give out that kind of information? And what came about that homeless camp in there? Geo has been sending me shit all day, and now this is Geo. I just leave the shit on because the dude has nothing to do in his life. Fucking drunk ass dickhead who murders people, you know, who murders people. But you can't get anything to do because my sheriff isn't involved in investigating for crimes. They're busy hanging flyers all over town with my address, my picture, calling me a pedophile and expecting people to show up to my house. That's what my deputies in town, Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross, and all of their people, all of his department is out passing flyers around. Don't have any indication that I'm a pedophile. But this is the stupid shit that Geo thinks that he thinks is actually having a reaction. I just leave it now. That way people can actually see it. But who is defending now Craig Sawyer? Lucien Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. They all work as a group. Gabe Hoffman doesn't like the fact that I pointed out Isaac Kappy called out Gabe Hoffman saying that he was part of Mossad, the Israeli intelligence, with all of this pedophile shit. That it was all that Gabe Hoffman was involved, and he was all involved with the Israeli intelligence, you know? And Gabe Hoffman went after Isaac and got a lot of his social media stuff down. And the reason he got all of his, because he called him anti-Semitic. Gabe Hoffman, that's how Gabe Hoffman started with me, trying to say that I was anti-Semitic. But you can't fucking speak the truth. You got to do what they want. Whoever's actually fighting Geo, thank you. You know, who's ever fighting Geo, because that's what's happening. There are people who are actually watching Geo shit who are now actually trying to do something nice. I appreciate it. I appreciate the flowers. But when it comes down to it, the whole situation with Craig Sawyer is that he and Russ Dizdar took in an awful lot of money. An awful lot of money. And do you know what I was told Craig Sawyer spent that money on? Drugs and NASCAR. And he's saying that I'm Soros based, that Soros is supporting me. But the truth is this is where I stand in this whole situation. And now Geo's doing this, so now they're flooding my numbers. They play with my numbers all the time. Like I said, that one time, my mother was Irish. I'm half Irish. they the thing about it is that they were taking in all this money, and who's alive? Russ Dizdar is dead. Isaac Kappy, Alicia Ray, the Sicilian witch, was not the last person to talk to Isaac Kappy. Isaac Kappy reached out to Craig Sawyer because he was desperate, because they were doing to Isaac the exact same shit they're doing to me. Breaking into my house, threatening me, threatening my dogs, stealing shit, posting all kinds of shit all over, all the kind of shit. This is the kind of shit that they were doing to him, only Isaac was afraid. Isaac was afraid. And in the end, so he reached out to Craig Sawyer, and it was Craig Sawyer and Thomas Schoenberger, I personally believe at the behest of Michael Aquino and Gabe Hoffman, that's who fucking murdered Isaac Kappy. And then Daniel Dowd and Corey Daniel, the Phoenix Enigma, are the ones who supposedly put Isaac's dead ass body on that bridge. That's how it worked. And it's all to protect their child trafficking bullshit. Just like they are now. Just like they are now. And people can say whatever they want, but it's the Democrats who actually just tried to get the records, the bank records, to show who was behind Jeffrey Epstein. And who blocked it? The Republicans. What was this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing? A blackmail operation. They were using it to blackmail people. They were having them fuck kids. They were filming it, and they had blackmail information. The same shit P. Diddy was doing. The same shit P. Diddy was doing. It's the same game. Always. But we can't talk the truth anymore. Now we can't say anything. Me, this is where I'm at. They're on top of me. Full disclosure, no one's donating. I feel like I am standing up, standing alone in all of this. Much like what Isaac Kappy felt like in the end. Much like what Fiona Barnett. That's why Fiona Barnett walked out. Because, you want to know what? Fucking kids, trafficking, all the shit that he did, he should have gone to goddamn jail. That's what he fucking should have done. I would think you would want to put fucking pedophiles in jail instead of heralding them as what? Heroes? Victims? That's what we do. That's what Gio's doing. He protects child killers. Over and over and over protects child killers, and then thinks this is the shit that actually is going to make him look innocent, and all it does. But I'd rather have him do this, because if he's doing this on his computer, he's not doing this thinking about me. Flat out. And so this is where I feel in this whole situation. They're right. I'm isolated, and I do feel alone. I'm starving. No one's donating. All I have is these fucking dumbasses, just because of these dumbasses who are protecting their child trafficking, and so I figure, I prayed and was told by God, I'm being tested. Will I continue to do the right thing and do what I've been doing, regardless if anybody helps or not, regardless if they're on top of me, regardless of the fact I'm about to lose everything and become homeless? Will I continue doing what's right? And the answer is, yeah. Unfortunately, the answer is yes. I will continue. Isaac Kappy, at the end, the very last conversation we had, he was convinced that they had screwed with his PayPal and his Venmo. When the truth is, nobody was donating. Nobody cared enough. Oh, they care to watch the shit and talk about it and be engaged in the drama, but actually helping, not so much. And Fiona Barnett left the whole playing field. And the reason why she left is because she basically said, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody will help with the donations. Nobody will like and share. Nobody will do anything. No one will do anything. And this is not fun. Fighting these fucking assholes. This is a goddamn pedophile who's goddamn drunk, who came in and murdered my friend, was stupid enough to fucking brag about it. Him and Daniel Dowd. And this is the shit that you have to go through. But will I continue doing it? Yeah. If I end up homeless over it, will I continue doing it? Yeah. Because it's the right thing to do. And I serve God. But then people wonder why I don't have any... People wonder why I don't have any... Oh, yeah. If I don't come up with $1,800, they're going to take my house away because I owe a year of taxes the year before last. When they murdered Owen. You know? And everyone says, oh, go get a job. Oh, yeah. But they're posting videos all the time of my house burning down. They're constantly telling me how they're going to hurt my dogs. Geo keeps sending me shit saying they're going to fucking hurt my dogs. Just this morning, they're going to hurt my dogs. You know? That's the shit. They do all of this nasty ass shit. But in Harlan, they don't like me because I'm gay. But they're okay with meth producers and fucking pedophile child traffickers. That's what they're okay with. They'll talk all their shit about me, but they're okay with fucking the meth operation that's going on that the sheriff's department is involved with. And they're okay with fucking child traffickers who I'm battling. Geo, right here. That's what it is. And he doesn't realize that I leave these on now because I know he's going to do this. You know? Because the dude's obsessed with me. He texted me at 7 o'clock this morning. So he wakes up and thinking about me, and he thinks about me all day, and then he goes to bed and he probably fucking dreams about me, and then he wakes up in the morning and does it all over again. You know, they're fucking pedophiles, but hey, you know, who am I to say? They're probably Republicans, so they're okay, right? Republican pedophiles are okay. It's the Democrat pedophiles that need to be taken out. But the evil shit, you know, what Jimmy Kimmel said, they got him taken off of air. Just speaking the truth. But Brian Kilmeade on Fox can laugh about how you guys want to kill the fucking homeless. And that's acceptable. That's funny. That's okay. Killing fucking homeless people because their Jesus has taught them how to hate. Their Jesus has taught them how to hate. You know? And so this is just all crazy. But will I continue doing what I'm doing regardless? Will I stand alone with an army of them on top of me and not one member? I can't say that. There are a handful of people that have helped, you know? Dude, your fucking insults are ridiculously stupid. You know? The meth producers and the child traffickers are okay. But me, because I have shitty teeth, oh my God, you can't listen to me. I'm so much less than the fucking meth producers and the pedophiles. You know? Who was the last person who saw Isaac Kappy alive? Who was really the last person to talk to him? Craig Sawyer. Who is actually being supported by fucking Lucien Greaves and the Satanic Temple as of this morning? Craig Sawyer. Gabe Hoffman, same thing. That's who they support, Gabe Hoffman. You can go read the whole conversation that I had with Gabe Hoffman. You know? They're gonna pass out new flyers. Well, yeah, because the first one's got people to show up at my house. People in Harlan don't give a fuck. It just gives them something to talk about. If you think they're gonna actually show up at my house and do anything, you're an idiot. That's Geo. Geo thinks that people are like him. But nobody's like Geo. Unless you're fucking a drunken pedophile with your head so far up your ass, obsessing over gay guys while telling yourself that you're straight. You know? But that's how this shit works. And will I continue? Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it actually caused a huge argument between Fiona and I because she's mad at me. She thinks I should just quit. That she feels the pedophiles have won. Why bother standing up against them? Because they've won. Maybe, maybe. But you want to know what? The one motherfucker that I know isn't going to live forever, he better figure it out soon, is Doug Mesner. That dude is sick, and his STD is about ready to kill him. And then he's going to face the dark, unless he figures out how he can live forever. Otherwise. But that's who Johnny Dub is. That's who sent me that email last night, touting Craig Sawyer and Gabe Hoffman. Oh, how am I? Sorry, I'm not really actually spent watching the chat. I suck. Fuck. I've been under stress. And yes, I posted at 2 o'clock this morning on Twitter, but that's because I went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know? So when I got up at 2 o'clock, I got up to pee and then found Doug Mesner's email. So I just got up and did my shit. And then about 3 o'clock, I went back to bed and got up at 6. You know? But I'm facing destitution, getting ready to lose my house. If I don't come up with tax money, I'm trying to actually do stuff that I can sell, but then I have to deal with these motherfuckers. I would go get a job, but they break into my house all the time. They threaten my dogs all the time. So when I go get a job and then I come home and my dogs are all dead, then I'm just supposed to be told to get over it? Because people like Gio who bragged, and Daniel Dowd who bragged about murdering Owen, came into town and bragged about it, and now want to actually be all butthurt. You know, they bragged about murdering people, and Owen wasn't the first. This dude is their henchman, you know, and obviously he's obsessed with them. Look at what he's doing now. You know, he does it right in front of people, and then wants to say, "I'm not doing that," because he thinks everyone is just as fucking stupid as he is. The only reason he became a cook is because he can't read, probably. That's what I'm assuming. You know? That's what I'm assuming. And God only knows. But that's where this shit is. But they're fucking with my blog. These are a bunch of fucking child traffickers. They don't want you to know. All of the people who are actually fighting to keep all of this shit secret with the Epstein stuff, you need to ask, what's on them? What are they afraid of? Why won't they release the information? 86% of the population wants those fucking files released. Want the Epstein files released. 86% of the population. When has the American population ever agreed on anything like that? 86%. 86%. Yeah, the post-traumatic, they fucking know that it triggers the shit out of me. The fact that I have to worry about coming home to see if my house is still it's still up and not burned down, that my dogs are still alive every fucking time I leave. And they make sure that's the case. They make sure that's the case. This is the shit that they do to their targets. The same shit. The same fucking shit. Gabe Hoffman is threatening, he's going to send Milk and Honey all of this information about me. Oh, you know that I haven't eaten at Milk and Honey for a year and a half? Who can fucking afford to go out and eat? I don't give a shit. And I walk around town all the time. I don't give a fuck. Just went to Hy-Vee today, you know? And this is all, I'd rather Gio do this than jack off while he's watching me, because that thought is just unbearable. It's enough to give someone a nightmare, or 10, you know? But it does feel, I do feel like I'm alone in this, you know? I do. And every time I do that, Gio does this because he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny. His pedophile ass that's trafficking fucking kids, who's doing all this nasty shit, who's murdering people, he thinks that's funny. And you guys all like to, you know, fucking trying to fight this pedophile bullshit and expose these motherfucking pedophiles. You know, They can say whatever they want, but you want to know what? I didn't get fucking tens of thousands of dollars in donations like Craig Sawyer and Russ Dizdar did. I certainly didn't spend the money on NASCAR and drugs like Craig Sawyer did. And maybe you could ask his partner, Russ Dizdar, but he's dead. Maybe you could ask Isaac Kappy. Oh, wait a minute, he's dead too. You know? That's the whole thing about it. And Gio thinks it's funny. Look, he's laughing because he thinks it's funny. And you all want to aspire to be like this? Like Gio? You want to aspire to be Gio. That's what you aspire for. Who's putting bots on my fucking channel. There's not 63 people here. It's 9:20 in the morning. Saturday morning. There ain't no 63 people. But Gio just thinks about me 24 fucking 7. Daniel Dowd thought about me. Fucking Tara Joyce thinks about me all the time. You know? I have a feeling that they have fucking masturbation clubs where they jack off to my fucking picture. That's what I think. You know? That's why they're so focused. It's disgusting. You know? It's disgusting. And why? Because I'm trying to expose their pedophile ring. But nobody's interested in that. Nobody's interested in that. Every single survivor that has come forward, fuck, Fiona left because she figures nobody cares. Isaac Kappy was murdered. And really, there were a lot of thoughts and prayers when it came to Isaac Kappy. But did anyone help him? Did anyone do anything after he ended up dead? Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing. I'm not going into this with my eyes closed or that I'm blind. I realize these evil motherfuckers will do whatever the fuck they want and no one's going to give a shit. Fuck, we're becoming fascist and a bunch of people are parading around all excited about it. You know? It's just bizarre. But to check on my blog and actually see the new stuff, I put the code in that you have to type in. And you can pull it up. You know? You can see the shit that Gio sends me all the time. Fuck, Gio woke up at 7 o'clock this morning and fucking sent me an email. You know? That's all he does. It's davidshurter.com/? No cash. CASHE cash. I put it in there. Because they're fucking with the cash. That's what I was told. You know? And that's your lane. Nobody gives a shit about fucking pedophiles, right? Not a fucking person gives a shit about pedophiles. Just shut up about the pedophiles. We like the fucking pedophiles. That's what this MJG said. Nobody cares. You're a nobody. Stay in your lane because we like fucking pedophiles. That's what they're saying. And maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. But for me to turn away from all of this would make me like them, would make me like Gio. There ain't no fucking way. I have a bit more intelligence than that. I not only can read a book, I wrote a book. And despite what Doug Mesner says, you know, I wrote a book and got nominated for Book of the Year, but the contest, every single person got nominated for Book of the Year. It's a participation prize. This is supposed to be a prestigious thing. But Doug Mesner's out there telling, Doug Mesner, who's also supporting and protecting Craig Sawyer and Gabe Hoffman and Gio Farnsworth and Tara Joyce and Mike Lucchino. All the fucking people involved with the goddamn child trafficking bullshit. That's who he's protecting. But hey, he's better. And oh, now there's 95 people in here. And Gio's doing this, and now 101. Like, I give a fuck. Because it'll show me the numbers, and then I can see from the numbers after I see that. Then the numbers go up. And you want to know what, motherfuckers? I still get 300 to 400 people, and it's not the quality, or it's not the quantity of people. It's the quality of people who are watching my shit. And you can't do shit about that. So what? So I become viral. So what? So everyone in America knows. Will one of them do anything? No, 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 no. Ritual abuse is real. You know, just because you have dumbasses who are in here fucking obsessing over everything that I'm doing, I'll just take a picture. 104 people, 4 people in here. It's Geo. He has nothing better to do with his money than buy bots. But fuck, they get all kinds of money trafficking kids. It's not their money, it's free money on the backs of your fucking kids. But it's all okay. It's all okay. Me, I'm a gay guy, so I just need to shut my fucking mouth. But they're pedophiles and meth producers, and they're just top of the fucking rung. Everyone aspires to be them, you know? Oh, and now it's dropped down to 80. 104, now it's down to 80. Mm-hmm. Because it's their bots. That's what they're doing. And you will need to ask yourselves, why? Why? Gabe Hoffman just said that he posted something 7.5 years ago about me, but it only took him 2 seconds. But it was exactly the same time Isaac Kappy ended up dead. The exact same time he started posting about me. But he's bitching at me because for the last year, year and a half, he says it's 2 years. It hasn't been 2 years. I've been calling his shit out. Goddamn right. He's a member of Mossad. So you can't even say that. You can't say that he's part of Mossad, Israeli intelligence, because just stating that fact, he'll call anti-Semitic. So it's a bad thing to be part of Mossad. It's a bad thing to be part of the Israeli intelligence. It's bad to say that. It's anti-Semitic to say the shit exists. You know, that's how it works. Because that's how he acts. He got all of his, he got all of Isaac Kappy, most of Isaac Kappy's shit off the internet. And the funny part about it is Isaac Kappy was Jewish. That's how he succeeded. And he was Jewish. But this is the kind of shit that these fucking murdering pedophiles do. And they think that this makes him something. But again, I'd rather have him be pushing the button on his computer than jacking his dick watching me. Because you know he jacks his dick thinking about me. I'm gay, but I've been celibate because of my faith for 11 years now. Ever since I got divorced. I don't date. I don't do anything. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's just not for me. And for me to date means I'd have to go back in the gay lifestyle, and that ain't going to happen. You know, I ain't dating anybody. Have absolutely no interest. Should I have fucking masturbation clubs headed by Geo all about me? Fuck, I don't need to do that. You know, no worries. No worries. You know, I appreciate questions. But all of their shit is falling apart. All of their shit is falling apart. I think it was the last live, maybe it was the time before. I'm still fucking dying to know what family member I supposedly killed. Because they said that I murdered a family member. I really want to know what fucking family member I killed. And murder, there's not supposed to be any statute of limitations. So why are they announcing it on YouTube and not calling the fucking cops? You know? It's not like Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross isn't at his own climax wanting to arrest me. You know? But they support people like Geo. That's what they do. They support people like Geo. The fucking murdering, child trafficking pedophile. They support him. They like the pedophiles. They don't like anybody who would expose them. You know? It's not my sheriff's job to actually investigate crimes. It's their job to go hang flyers all over town with my picture and my address saying I'm a pedophile and how they want people to show up at my house. You know, that's their job. And Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross is in constant contact with Geo and Tara Joyce and Gabe Hoffman and Thomas Schoenberger. You know, constantly. And I know that because they fucking make videos about it and send the emails out and do all of this shit. But people in town here, they like pedophiles. They don't like gay people, but fuck, they love pedophiles and they love meth heads. They love meth, you know? And this is a goddamn drunk pedophile right here, who has spent his entire time, and now I have 136, spending his money, sending his little bot. That's what they're doing, sending their little bot farm in here. The likes don't, that one that I talked about, how they're all involved with Famalam, and how my sister, or how my stepmother is involved with Famalam. That, according to YouTube, got 101 likes. But if you go look at it now, it says 24. So how did it go? YouTube said I had 113 likes. But if you go look at it, it's 24. So how does that work? How does that work? Because they're fucking pedophiles protecting their goddamn pedophile ring. That's how it works. But regardless if anyone wants to help, regardless if you give a shit that I'm fucking starving, regardless of the shit that I'm having to go through, regardless if you fucking care or not, I'm still going to keep doing what I'm going to do because I serve God, I serve the word, and I serve what's right. And I'm going to still call it out. No matter this army of motherfuckers that look like this. Geo, Johnny Dub, who is no Lucien Greaves, Doug Masico, a.k.a. Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Johnny Dub, founder of the Satanic Temple, who's using his Satanic Temple after school daycare to fucking target the kids. But hey, that's okay, I guess. I just don't know what to say to it. But will I stop? No, because it's the right thing. And in the end, I don't have to answer to even one of you motherfuckers. I have to answer to God. The rest of you can go fuck yourselves. You think pedophiles are great? Go fuck yourselves. I have to answer to God. So therefore, I'll continue to do what's right and stand against fucking pedophiles like Geo Farnsworth, which isn't his real name. He goes on and on. Nobody can figure him out. He's good at hiding. No one can figure him out. Nobody knows his real name. He's so smart. Oh, David Shurter. Oh, David Shurter. Ah! It's disgusting. And 115. And I know, Gio, that you're doing this, but I bet you're just fucking seething right now. That's what's funny about this. I bet you are just seething right now. Because I know how to get underneath your skin, not the other way around. Satanic Temple traffics fucking kids. And to say that the Satanic Temple is better than the Catholic Church, what is it? The Catholic Church fucking fucks kids too, And they are all in here. Like I give a fuck. A bunch of goddamn child traffickers trying to protect their fucking pedophile ring. And people find it entertaining. Me, not so much. I don't think Isaac found it entertaining at all. I know goddamn well Fiona Barnett doesn't find it entertaining. These child traffickers need to be exposed and brought the fuck down. They do. But it's going to take God, because no one is going to actually... You'll offer thoughts and prayers, but little else. For those of you who have helped me, I'm totally appreciative. But I only have a handful and you guys aren't rich. Nobody else helps. I'm fucking starving. Don't have anything to my name, not a dime. And they are so focused on my finances, they go on and on and on. Geo is the biggest one. Fuck, he mentions me on YouTube over and over and over and over and over. Well, you want to know what? You want to know who could have released the Epstein files when Epstein got arrested and put in jail? Oh, Trump. Trump was president then. Trump was president. Bill Barr could have released everything. Who's president now? Trump. And who's hiding all the shit? Trump and his administration. You know, hiding it. The Republicans just voted not to release any of the financial records. They didn't want this all to go away. They want this Epstein thing to go away. Fuck, Kash Patel just told everyone that no one was being trafficked, that Jeffrey Epstein just trafficked all those kids to himself. That's what he said in front of Congress. And why did he say that? Because they figure you're all so fucking stupid, you'll accept it. And sure as fuck, y'all did. Oh, okay. You know? But you can't talk about their shit. It's only free speech when they can say nasty shit about you. But if you say anything about them, oh my God, they fucking get enraged and are butthurt. You know? Blue Ocean 77. Fucking dumbass. In here is an anonymous idiot. It's not an ongoing investigation. There's no ongoing investigation. You know? You trust any of them, Democrat or Republican, you're a fucking idiot. You know? And now you guys are calling me racist names. And you think you guys are intelligent. That's the sad part about it is you think you're intelligent. You think you're bright because you can use fourth grade insults. And so you're brilliant. And that's because you hang out with a bunch of people who are just as dumb as you are, but they want to feel smart too. So they'll tell you how superior of an intellect you are. You know, that's what they do at Sewertown all the time. They go on and on and on about how fucking smart they all are when they're not trashing each other. They're all fucking child traffickers and they're all being protected by the government. Who gave Jeffrey Epstein the sweetheart deal? The government. Who actually protected this pedophile shit? The government. Who's protecting the shit now? The government. The AI bots only come in. That's all the stuff that says that it's held for. You guys might not be able to see that. And when Republicans are wrong, they blame it on the Democrats too. Republicans are never wrong, right? You guys are all fucking right. You're always right. You're always fucking right. Your hate, your racism. You'll say you're fucking for Jesus, but you'll do exactly opposite of what Jesus taught. But you're for Jesus. But your Jesus taught you how to fucking hate. You know the hatred in your heart. You are righteous in your hate. You know? The Democrat Party is so feckless and fucking stupid. They're worthless. Okay, let's say we get hit with a major catastrophe. We get hit with a major catastrophe. And the fucking fascists are just as fucked up. Pointing fingers at the libs when you're a fucking fascist. Oh, you're okay with all the evil shit for other people. But when it fucking happens to you, then you whine like little bitches. You know? Oh, dude, I'm not upset at all. But what I know is that I'm not in their shit. They're on my venue fucking insulting me as a group. But I don't do that shit to them. But they're the victims, right? They're the victims that you can't possibly say they're obsessive fucking pedophiles protecting a pedophile ring, but they're all in here fucking doing exactly that. Fucking defending fucking pedophiles. You know? That's what they're doing. Grand old pedophiles. You know, GOP, guardians of pedophiles. You know, no, I didn't celebrate when Charlie died, but I didn't have any fucking empathy either. And why? Because Charlie Kirk went all over saying that empathy was fucking for losers. So you're all expecting everyone to be fucking empathetic with Charlie Kirk, even though he telling everybody how empathy was wrong and it was for fucking losers. But now you expect empathy and you'll fucking bitch like the little bitches you are when people just follow what Charlie Kirk said. You know? Just right. Fuck empathy. And yet you'll bitch and cry when you don't get it. You know? I can't stand empathy is a Charlie Kirk quote. You know? And it's because these fascist motherfuckers love pedophiles. They like pedophiles. And they'll defend pedophiles. They are defending pedophiles. Right now, they're defending pedophiles. And then saying, well, when Biden was president, he didn't do anything, but they're fucking protecting pedophiles now. You know? Well, if the majority of people that visited Island, then why won't the Republicans release the files? Why won't the Republicans release the files? I mean, they don't like Democrats, right? Or do they have empathy for Democrats and they just don't want anything to happen? You know? And Trump's name was all over those fucking files too. But I'm not going to argue about this. These people are all okay to fucking support pedophiles and shut down victims who will try to expose them. That's what ends up happening. And most people just sit back, entertained, you know? Remember when Trump was a Democrat? Exactly. You know? Anyway, I don't care. I don't care. Be as racist as you want. Those motherfucking go kill some homeless people. That's what your fucking Brian Kilmeade is telling you to do. You know? That's funny, right? That's funny. Your fucking Fox host telling everybody how everyone should go fucking kill homeless people. That's funny. But actually, Billy Kimball actually just stating the truth. That's just, you know? Brian Kilmeade, Fox News, Fox and Friends. I don't have a side. My side is against fucking pedophiles. And they're all in for pedophiles. Who's supporting fucking Craig Sawyer right now? Lucien Greaves. You know? Lucien Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. Who's supporting Gabe Hoffman? Lucien Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. That's who's fucking supporting them. You know? They're all the same. All of our media is owned by what, 7 people? You know? Jimmy Kimmel. What the fuck ever. You know? But they're all in here. Oh yeah, Bohemian Grove season. It is Bohemian Grove season. You know? Thank you, Anna. That's what I have for today. That's what I have for today. And all these motherfuckers, you know, all these motherfuckers will be in here fucking, oh, I'm old. Oh, okay. I'm old. And you're stupid. Yeah, pedophiles do make me kind of angry. They do. I wish they did you too. I wish pedophiles made more people angry. Other than they don't give a shit. But this guardian of the duet, this anonymous fucking account who's in here arguing, I bet that's Geo too. He can do all kinds of things, you know? And no, I'm not a liberal Democrat. Nor am I a pedo. I'm trying to expose fucking pedophiles. Oh, I'm going to lose in the midterms. I didn't realize I was fucking running. Oh my God. Well, then maybe I shouldn't run since I'm going to lose. And yet, in Iowa, that's totally Republican, they just fucking elected a Democrat. Funny how that works. Funny how that works. Democrats are getting elected everywhere. Republicans are losing hands down. That's the reason why you fucking are trying to steal the shit by gerrymandering it. So they have their own little fucking group in here. It's either the Satanic Temple or Sewer Town or whatever the fuck is in here. And they all want you to actually figure, oh, it's, and they're all in here. So I'm going to get off of here because I have shit I have to do, you know? But I ain't getting fucking paid by Soros. I'm not the one getting the donations. I'm certainly not the one spending my donations on drugs and NASCAR. That would be Craig Sawyer. I wasn't on the fucking bridge like Corey Daniel. Phoenix Enigma is trying to say I was on the bridge with Isaac Kappy. I wasn't on there either. I wasn't on the bridge, you know? Donald is my best friend, Jeffrey Epstein. Exactly. They like pedophiles. GOP stands for Guardian of Pedophiles. And they don't like it. And it's too fucking sad. Oh, wow. You can actually use my name and say something. Wow. You're just funny. Dems are pedos as well. Bill Clinton was fucking on Jeffrey Epstein's island. He's a Democrat. Hillary Clinton is a Democrat. John Podesta is a Democrat. If it was just Democrats and it wasn't Republicans, you wouldn't have the Bill Gates. But you wouldn't have the fucking, if it was just Democrats, why would the Republicans want to defend fucking Democrats? Why would they be fighting so hard to make all this shit go away if it was the Democrats? Wouldn't they want to release it if it was just all Democrats? But they don't read books. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, all of the bullshit, all of this stuff that came out, it was the Podesta files that preceded Pizzagate. Then Pizzagate didn't close it down. That dude went in and shot it up. So then Pizzagate became QAnon. But fuck, people on QAnon are waiting for JFK Jr. to rise from the dead while they're drinking bleach to stave off COVID. You know? I've known Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years. Terrific guy. Donald Trump. Exactly. May every day be a wonderful secret, Jeffrey Epstein. Pizzagate didn't even have a basement. That's exactly it. It was all bullshit. You know? It was all bullshit. Ignorance is what makes him so fucking stupid. Ignorant. And hate. And hate. But with that said, they're in here. I have better things to do with my time than actually fight with fucking middle schoolers. You know? Geo, middle schooler. I have better things to do with my time than fucking argue with middle schoolers. I'm 58 fucking years old. You know? So with that said, choose whatever you want. You know, while you're focusing on Republicans and you're focusing on Democrats, kids are still getting fucked. The fucking child trafficking is still going on. But hey, just as long as you hate the right side, you know? Thank you, D. Thank you. I'm not the epitome of love. I'm not. When I tell you that I am the antithesis of Jesus Christ, when all this comes down, I don't know how to fucking, but of course, antithesis is probably too big of a word. Opposite. How's that? I could not give a fuck less about forgiveness and redemption. That's Jesus Christ. I give a shit about accountability and retribution. Just like Republicans. You know? And so, enjoy the fucking dark, dumbasses, fighting for fucking pedophiles. You know? Enjoy the dark. Because there's no one who probably deserves it more. Both sides are on the list. Exactly. Both sides are on the list. It needs to come out, and they all need to be fucking brought down. I don't give a shit what letter they have after their name. They need to be brought down. And Jesus is king. If you're wise, you'll fill your hearts with love and stand for righteousness, you know? So with that said, for a bunch of you guys, keep the good up, fight up. Protect those fucking pedophiles, you know? Protect those fucking pedophiles. Guardians of pedophiles.